Hey Taurus, how's it going? My name is Dre, and this is your tarot reading for June 2017. If you want a reading, email me, send the more info box. Follow my Twitter if you want to. I don't really do much over there, but whatever. That might change. Could change. I usually do like readings on like the full moons and new moons for that little Twitter account, and I give like occasional, astrological updates. But anyway, so I already laid out the cards. Excuse me. Um, in the interest of time, and the deck I'm using once again is the Tarot of the Holy Light. So let's see what we have. We have the Magician in reverse. We have the Three of Cups, which was also in your last reading. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Five of Cups reversed. We have the Ten of Wands reversed. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands was also in the last reading, as well as the Six of Pentacles, or discs, whatever. And the outcome, we have the Ace of Swords. And as an additional card, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So there are a lot of people around you, Taurus. And I feel like, with that last reading, it was all about, because the sun was in your sign. No, it wasn't in your sign when I did those readings, but it was in your 12th house. So there were a lot of things, a lot of unaddressed issues that really needed you to sort of chill out, relax, gain a different perspective from, see how certain events played out. For some of you, it was preparation for your birthday. Maybe I did record that. Yeah, I did record it during Taurus season, now that I think about it, yeah. As the sun went through Taurus, I feel like for a lot of you, it was a time for celebration, of course, celebrating your birthday. And I still feel like for some of you, a lot of that has lingered on, and I feel like it's probably left you with a little bit of inspiration. Like, you probably feel more confident. You open yourself up. You guys probably have been in contact with a lot of your friends, a lot of family, or a lot more eager to sort of put yourself out there as the sun has moved into Gemini. Which is your second house, which is ruled by Taurus. It's the house of earned income, like the money you make going to work, essentially. But it's also like the work you do to build your resources. So for some of you, I feel like there could have been a job change. There could have been a lot of you graduated. Some of you have decided what to do with your life. Like, you've put into plan what where you want to be a year from now, which has, I feel like, sort of filled some of you with a new sense of purpose, a new sense of responsibility. So, I mean, it could depend. Because of the Six of Pentacles here, I feel like the biggest lesson, the most important lesson for Taurus always is to, like, just have some semblance of balance, some sense of control, that you make enough money to sustain yourself, but you're also making enough money to support your family, support your friends, or support whatever endeavor you're involved in, fueling your creative passions. And I feel like that you guys are really taking in the sense of somebody has given you inspiration, or you just feel it changing with the seasons. And I feel like that's probably giving some of you a lot of confidence. For others of you, you're probably dealing in a certain situation that is like testing your resolve. It's testing, especially if you're dealing with like authority figures, with bosses. For some of you, if you're dating, the situation is like contentious. It's kind of tough because the recurring lesson for you guys, Taurus, and like all of your readings, it's crazy. All of these readings now, they each have like own energy, their own vibe, their own lane. It's like breaking through. But I feel like out of all the signs, you guys are having the hardest time with that. You guys are having the toughest time of figuring out, pointing out, like, especially I think I recorded y'all's video like around the Taurus new moon, or it could have been the Scorpio full moon, I forget. But it's like just reawakening, recoming into this part of yourself that you feel like has been lost, that you feel like people haven't noticed before, that you yourself haven't noticed. And that's what this magician is here for, or in this deck, the mages in reverse, where it's like, I feel like some of you have been given like freedom to do whatever, or there's this window of opportunity for you guys right now as Venus moves into Taurus, because Venus has been in Aries forever. Oh my goodness. Since like February, I think. I was going through there, and then it retrograded back into Pisces. Now it's finally going back into Taurus, which Venus rules. So I see for some of you, if you have like a sort of a clear-cut goal and a clear-cut path, it's going to be very easy to like have a very no-frills, non-chaotic sort of month. On the people front, it might be a little difficult because I'm seeing this King of Wands as you guys, where it's like some of you are probably ruling more from pride so much instead of working from somewhere that other people can understand. Because I feel like for some of you, you've traveled this long way. There's a lot of fire here. We have the Ten of Wands also in reverse, to where it's just you probably feel like people don't understand where you've been, what you've gone through, where you're going, your ideas, your actions. But it's going to be important for you to maintain this sense of balance with this Queen of Wands upright, not only like within yourself, but with other people around you. To see people as a means of, or as a ways of expanding your ideas, expanding expanding your avenues, expanding your choices, your options. And we don't want to have this Queen of Swords energy, which can be you guys, but it's also like recognizing that people are going to try to put us down. People are going to try to think they can outsmart us, outmanipulate us, and all that stuff. But it's important to not play into their game, because I see that as like sort of being an Achilles heel for some of you guys. This time is supposed to be all about new ideas, new ventures, new paths, new ways of seeing things, all the eyes, new ways of interacting with the world, new ways of thinking about the world, new ways of thinking about what is driving you. What is, what makes you get up in the morning? What makes you want to go out and earn money? What makes you want, is there a way for you to make your friends involved in this? Maybe some of you have money to hang out with your friends, so go out and have a little fun. Go out and date if you haven't dated in a while. Really take time to, like I said before, with Venus going into Taurus, to like really indulge a little bit, have a little fun time, some pleasure. Because I do see that a lot of you are just focused on the daily grind and like thinking, how do I make this dream a reality? How do I, it's so important to be conscious of that, to understand that a lot of you have a dream and that you want to bring it out into the real world. And again, Venus and Taurus is going to help that. It's going to give you that drive, that determination to actually want to see the physical results of the work you've been putting out. Especially, with it being Taurus energy, something that you can indulge in, something that you can just sort of, whether it's like buying yourself like a new laptop, or saving up money to buy like a new pair of shoes, or saving up to like take a little trip somewhere, or even, like just going out to eat with your family. Something that I feel like is going to be in a way that is sort of healing for you, because you've set this goal, you've set this ambition, and you're really working to make it real. So keep that up, but also be wary of the fact, again, with this Ten of Wands in reverse and this Five of Cups reverse, that you're not one to be tested right now. So I feel like there might be a lot of impetuous energy if people try to sort of, uproot your balance, uproot what you've worked for, sort of undermine you, sort of, what's the word? Not really sabotage, but people are trying to discredit you for where you are, for what you've earned. And that might make you feel a little insecure. It might make you like ask yourself some questions like, well, am I doing the right thing? Should I change? Is there something, especially if it's like really affecting you? Like, sometimes people say things where we don't want to admit that it's the truth, but it can be sometimes. Some people talk out of line all the time, but some people really do say things to help us sort of see it a different way or to understand it in a different context. And so I feel like somebody around you, especially if you guys are in like a very active, because this is Wands energy, I feel like you will experience this just in the natural flow of life, like especially if you're like at work, or if it's somebody you're dating, or if it's somebody you're talking to, if you're traveling, if you travel for work or whatever, I feel like there's going to be a situation that it's just going to make you just sort of think, or it should force you to think differently. And like, am I doing what is in my own best interest, or am I just suiting myself to something that isn't really authentic to me? If it's something that's not really true to me, what can I bring into my life that's going to make me just this much closer to whatever I'm looking to build, whatever I'm looking to create and bring into this world. And whatever that is, you can't allow yourself to be dissuaded by naysayers, or you can't allow other people to get you so riled up and so angry and so, just firing from the hip in what they're saying and their actions, that you completely just veer off track. Because again, 6 of discs in the middle here, it's all about maintaining balance, and it's all about that equal exchange of working for what we want, indulging in ourselves, continuing to work. It's that process of checks and balance. Not really. What's the word? Oh my God. Just balance, just simple balance of like taking care of ourselves and the ones we love, providing for them, but also being able to like just take time off when we want, when we can, just relaxing. 6s are all about, it's like contemplative energy. And so I feel like there's a situation here that's going to like test that. It's going to make you sort of question it and make you sort of realize what's necessary, what isn't necessary. Again, with the sun being in your second house, evaluating what's worth it to you, what's worth your time and your energy, and your work. So, yeah, Taurus, looks to be pretty good for you guys, which is good because a lot of your readings haven't been that good. So it's good to finally see one that's not that bad. With that being said, I will see you guys later. So have a wonderful June, and peace.